G'day guys, this week's podcast is brought to you by Bloke in a Bar Beer.
Clutzy was a bit excited for the sponsorship ad read this week, I think.
Yeah, it really was.
If you're not watching on YouTube, currently wearing his maroon bloke shirt, his maroon BBB hat, drinking a bloke at the mighty Caxton Hotel. It's the greatest beer of all, in the greatest pub of all.
Definitely. A few blokes were had on the weekend.
Tell you where I had a few blokes was Origin on Wednesday night.
I know you did.
It was a great night.
You had a fair few blokes.
I could not get enough bloke down my throat on Wednesday night.
Yeah, definitely not. You were in another world.
Yeah, it was great. It's how all great wins should be celebrated, with blokes.
Exactly. Great wins are celebrated by blokes. Great wins come from blokes.
Exactly.
So, shout out to our good friend Denon for giving all blokes out there something to get down their throats.
And for supporting the podcast once again.
And for supporting the pod, definitely. Now, if you're looking to find where the old Bloke in a Bar beer is located,
first of all,
a couple of different things
I would say come to the fucking mighty Caxton Hotel. The other thing is, if you are in New South Wales or the ACT, it's in all Celebrations, Bottle-O's, Porter's Liquors and IGA Plus Liquor in New South Wales and ACT. If you're up here in Queensland, give the Black Sheep Bottle Shop a try. It's one of the favourites of ours. Yeah,
we're big fans of Black Sheep Bottle Shops. The liquor legends up here as well have them, particularly Stafford Tab, one of the OG supporters of Bloke. That's where I got my first ever carton from.
And if none of those are anywhere near you, go to blokeinabar.com and enter your postcode to find your nearest store that stocks it.
Exactly. It's pretty fucking easy. It's pretty fucking simple, but we just love it. So just remember, guys, go to blokeinabar.com.
Simple.
It's my favourite part. Righto, guys, welcome back to the lower grade letdowns with Klutz and Das, or actually Nostradamus and another descendant of the ancient Mayan civilizations who predicted all things that happen in the world.
All things Queensland. Exactly. Praise be to Queensland.
Yeah.
It feels weird. Origin was like nearly a week ago now.
We were just saying that before.
We haven't been in for a while. But guess what, guys?
We fucking did it, baby!
Seriously, if you could hook Wednesday night's vibes to my veins, I'd be able to run through walls on a daily basis. Yep. It was something else.
Now, we'll probably get more into our Origin experience and whatnot on the Friday pod, just to sort of talk about that. But my missus did see a story from us that went up, and she's like, that's definitely you that posted that. And it was a picture of Suncorp Stadium and everyone walking in saying, inject this shit into my veins.
Yeah.
Fucking oath.
There's something in the air, wasn't there?
Hell yeah.
What a victory. I'd just like to say, someone, I think it was last week's pod, I can't remember, called up and predicted first try scorer to be Val Holmes, tick.
Yep.
In last week's podcast, someone also called up and said, what do you think's going to, this is the Friday pod, what do you think of the Queensland, they were a New South Wales supporter, they said, what do you think about the Queensland right edge or left edge, whatever it was? He's pretty worried about Gagai and Nanai.
Oh yeah, that's our right edge. Yeah.
And you said, Gagai's going to come out and belt Matt Burton. And he literally did that.
Yeah, I think that Gagai's biggest moment of Origin this series, and like the most defining moment, and it was his biggest impact, was starting a biff with Matty Burton.
Absolutely.
It's like, yes, like each team lost a player and it's like, fuck, now you got 12 on the field. But what that biff did was fucking inspire greatness.
I reckon the loudest cheer of the whole night, probably aside from when Ben Hunt was running away with it, was when Matt Burton got sent to the bin. Yeah. It was insane. Straight after half time as well. Yeah,
it was like, deafening, man. But winding right back to the start, it was fuck, man. I haven't been to an Origin game in 10 years.
Yeah, right.
The last one I went to was Game 3, 2012, and it was a nail-biter up here as well. We won the series. It was fucking awesome.
We won the series up here. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. But, you know, like, the atmosphere is dead set different.
It 100%
It's fucking sick. I was chatting to... I saw Roasty when I was coming in. Shout out to Roasty, one of the greats. Didn't get to see him at the Caco afterwards, as I had work the next day and was very responsible.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you're the most responsible out of both of us. But I messaged him at half time. I was like, how are you enjoying it, mate? What's the atmosphere like? Because it's a tight game, 12-10 at half time. And he's like, I've never experienced anything like this before.
Yeah,
like, this is
crazy,
awesome.
hey?
You know, it's like a New South Welshman coming up to Queensland and enjoy and like saying that, like, holy fuck, this is awesome. And that was just the sentiment around. I think, like, I was right up in the nosebleed, section 704, row 62.
Yeah, nice.
Ran into a couple of frothies as well.
Yeah, I saw that as well. How good.
So that was awesome. Sat next to them and had a, forgive me, I've forgotten names. I was very focused on the game, very excited. At one point, actually, Caitlin had a leg underneath mine, like trying to get it warmer, and I was like crushing it. And she's like,
stop tensing.
Yeah, and she's like, trying to say something. I was like, respectfully, I'm watching the game, just wait. And then like a couple of minutes later, I was like, sorry, what were you saying? She's like, I was just going to say you were crushing my leg. But that's how into the game I was. Now,
don't put your leg there.
Look, New South Wales are copping heaps of shit for losing, and rightfully so. I was seeing a couple of statistics and shit being thrown around about like kicking meters and shit like that. But I was sort of thinking about the game. We were, I wouldn't say lucky, but our second efforts and just all our efforts around the park really fucking shone through, and I think that's why we won the game. You know, like Teddy looked dangerous all night. He had a ridiculous amount of run meters. He was busting through. They made a lot of like breaks that could have fucking turned into something, but we just had someone there every time covering up tackling. Everyone was playing for each other. It was a lot tighter than what I think a lot of people were saying. Now, I think that's possibly the greatest sporting event I've been to. Yeah. Like just that feeling, as we've said multiple times, if you could bottle that feeling.
When we were talking about this in the office today, still like a week later, even though Queensland were up by, what was it, 4?
Yeah.
Or whatever, and New South Wales had the ball, Cleary's taking the line on with like 20 to go, like 20 out or whatever, 40 out. I was like, fuck. Holy fuck. Like edge of my seat, like this has just got upset, screaming upset.
Yeah.
And when Ben Hunt gathered that kick, it was like, oh
fuck.
My fucking God.
The pig trotters.
Just
I loved how he
screaming.
described it.
I remember just standing there. We were under the post, the end he was running towards, not in that corner. But I was just standing up, facing straight ahead, and just like
tensing
and like screaming.
It
was fucking incredible. Like, oh my God.
I loved how he described that he used his little pig trotters to get in there.
Yeah.
Also, people bashing Cameron Smith for yelling in the commentary when that was happening. Like, as Queenslanders, we've had to deal with Brad Fittler, Andrew Johns, and Philip fucking Gould.
Yeah.
Since the eons of time.
I don't mind Joey Johns, but Brad Fittler
Joey, I don't mind. He's a friend of the podcast, if you
absolutely.
don't know, actually. That's our good mate Joey's signature on that blue hat there, because he loves the colour blue. Now, I personally didn't really give a fuck about what he said after the game either, by the way. I just thought that was a bloke who
was shattered.
Who was shattered that he's, like, state lost, because that means something to him. And I saw someone saying, like, a reporter saying he went into the change rooms afterwards, and it was like, Joey Johns was more dejected than basically more than half the team.
Yeah,
and he's like, it just shows that, you know,
how much it means.
It doesn't mean as much. I was like, I don't know if it doesn't mean as much to them.
Yeah, I
mean, like, we know that they don't get Origin.
They don't get it,
but Joey Johns,
like, I don't understand a lot of things, but I still like them. The ocean, for one, don't understand it at all, but love it. Like, absolutely love it. Go to the beach all the time. No. I might go on the weekend.
Exactly.
Just because you don't understand something doesn't mean you don't
love it.
Love it.
Yeah, exactly. So I just think it shows how much, like, how passionate Joey is about it. But people bashing Cameron Smith, fuck off. I think it's all, like, to me, I think it's awesome in commentary when that sort of stuff happens.
Yeah.
I know, like, you know, Mick Ennis has fucking cheered home the Sharks and shit like that in different games. And it sort of sucks, but at the same time, it's like, my God, it's awesome seeing passion actually invested in the game.
Yeah. Imagine if you or I ever got a gig on like radio or commentating something like that.
It'd be the most biased thing. Imagine
us with the test series sitting there, and it's just like 2 hours of no action, and we're just fucking dribbling about nothing, and then Mitch Stark gets a week. Oh, fuck off!
Yeah, get out
fuck off! See you later.
Been looking shit all day. Fucking oath. But I think we need to see more of it.
Bloody oath.
I think it needs to be a push towards it. Kalen Ponga as well played his dick off.
Fucking Tom Dearden built for Origin.
Oh, dude, that is one of the best debuts. I think because like he's such a young fella. Like the story behind him as well. You know, like 12 months ago, outcasted from Brisbane.
Yeah.
After meant to be like the next best thing.
Back at
Suncorp, redemption game on the biggest stage because the International Rugby League, I think Queensland and New South Wales could both beat any international team. I stand by that very strongly as well. But for him to come out, and I heard Mark Guy say before the game, he's like, I wouldn't be starting him because they're just going to pepper him and run at him. Junior Paulo, the biggest man on the field, ran at him and just chopped him and just took him down one-on-one.
Can tackle.
It's like, fucking getting up and under.
We had,
so good.
We had Laurie Daly and not Cam Smith, Michael Clark in our office on Wednesday.
Gross.
And Laurie Daly was the most one-eyed. He was like, this just, if Queensland can win tonight, it'll be one of the great upsets of all time. They've got basically gave Queensland absolutely no shot, which is every time someone brought something up, and he's like, I reckon they're going to make it extremely uncomfortable for young Deard and blah, 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 blah. Michael Clark, to his credit, obviously from New South Wales as well, was like, Loz, something you're forgetting is like some players are built for the Origin arena. Yeah. And not saying that Dearden's going to go there and have a blinder, but he might be built for the big occasion and he might just step up to the occasion and have one of the great games.
I love that Pup says that.
That was one of the first things that popped into my head when Ben Hunt scored that last try. I was like, fuck you, Laurie Daly. You fucking idiot.
It's funny coming from Laurie as well, possibly one of the most unsuccessful Origin coaches of all time. Yeah. Seems like an all right fella. Reminds me of Birdman from Rick and Morty.
He was giving Queensland a dressing down on Wednesday.
It's just ridiculous. Like, it must suck for them as well because they come from that era where they came from that throbbing fucking Canberra Raiders team.
Yeah.
Like that freak Raiders
so good,
team.
yeah.
That got my uncle on the bandwagon.
What got you on the Storm bandwagon?
Oh, Dallas Johnson. We know this.
We do know this.
Because that man can tackle with his head.
Fucking hell.
Something else I was going to say. Oh, yeah. Shout out to our good friends down in Sydney, the Hello Sport boys. To me, they're the first New South Wales people to sort of bring something up that I don't think a lot of them are willing to admit just yet. Now, I've got my own thoughts on this, but it's about Cleary.
Yep.
Now, they're not saying he's a shit player or anything like that, but he hasn't, he's won a couple of series, but he's never
put his stamp
on a big game.
Like Cam Munster in 2020.
I was like, holy fuck, for someone from New South Wales to be saying that, it's like, wow, we're not just one-eyed Queensland supporters.
I saw a lot of people on social media saying they'd pick DCE at 7 over Cleary, and they were like, New South Wales supporter here, I'd pick DCE.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would.
I would be picking DCE.
You reckon?
Fuck yeah, dude. He's
I don't know.
Experience and literally for what we just said, Cleary has not put his stamp on like a big game yet.
Yeah.
Because, bro, that grand final against South last year, that was a very one-sided affair.
Yeah.
The year before, Melbourne beat Penrith when realistically we shouldn't have.
Yeah.
I just think, I think like I view him, and I rate this other person as a good player as well. I'm not saying he's a shit player, but I view him as like Mitchell Pearce 2.0. It's just lucky that he's not playing against the same fucking Queensland team that Pearce had to play against. You know what I mean? And one thing that the boys said that really stuck out to me was they were like, if Queensland lost that game, DCE's captaincy would come into question and his spot in the team would come into question. And every time someone's lost a series, it's always that half. It's always come back on that half. It was like Cleary's now lost when they should have won 5 in a row, they say. He lost to the worst team ever.
Yep.
By all reports. And he's never had his position questioned.
Yeah.
But I think the problem there is who the fuck would step up for New South Wales.
That's it.
I feel like if you put Matty Burton in next year over Jerome Luai, Burton's just a freak.
Yeah.
I said I used to like him, but I don't really like him at all. I had a chat with one of the boys at the Wake on Friday, Jacob Fitzwalter, who he's living down in Sydney now, and he said they were at this pub, and when Ben Hunt scored that try, him and all the boys were just yelling, and all the New South Wales people just literally cleared the pub almost instantly, and they were just yelling at them and clapping at them as they were walking out in the middle of Sydney. All these people like turn around like yelling at them and shit, and Fitzy's like, I'm about to get fucking bashed here.
Yeah.
But he's like, my one thing is I'm listening to the HSP boys, and they're like, oh, like I like Cam Munster, I like Ben Hunt, I like these boys that put on the maroon jersey. It's hard to hate them. And he's like, any cunt that puts on the Blues jersey, I fucking hate. I don't fucking care who you are, what you've done. I fucking hate you. And he said, that's the difference is that we hate every motherfucker that plays for the Blues. And I was like, you know what? Fucking fair.
Yep. Fair enough.
Fair as fuck.
Yeah. There's a difference as well between hating someone and like acknowledging that they're free.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I agree, man.
Matt Burton, freak. Don't like him though.
Yeah.
Want him to get smashed when he plays against Queensland.
But if he goes to Rugby Union, probably
Probably my favourite, yeah.
Probably a big fan.
Yeah. Especially the Reds.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Anyway, should we jump into the NRL round?
Yeah, we should have a look at that. Interesting round of footy once again. Couple of upsets. Let's have a look.
My phone's just loading.
Yeah, same here. Oh, just before we get into rugby league, just because this is my tab, the last spot, we might just cover off rugby union really quickly.
Yeah, I have something on rugby union as well, so that works for me.
So the last spot for the Rugby World, basically Rugby World Cup, right? I think it's your top 10 teams or top 8 teams automatically qualify for the next World Cup.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of other, so there's like
then there's different
like
ways
an Oceania competition. There's
yeah.
Asian, Americas, all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
Canada for the first time ever didn't make the World Cup.
Right.
And they copped heaps of shit from America and everyone's like, haha, it's so funny. America are not going to the World Cup.
Really?
They lost to Chile.
Really?
By 2 points in the final for that. So now the last America spot goes to fucking Chile. And the USA, who they've been really vocal on social media recently about how they're going to be a force to be reckoned with because they got the 2031 World Cup.
Fuck, they didn't even qualify for this one.
And they haven't qualified for this one.
That hurts,
they'll qualify for 2031.
By default.
By principle and by default. But like, they're going on about how they could take on the world and all this sort of shit. You can't even beat fucking Chile. But shout out to all our Chileans.
Yeah.
For doing that. And then obviously we lost.
We did lose.
That was fucked.
It is fucked.
It sucks, but so many injuries and man, the rules of rugby union are really fucking ruining what the sport
100%.
is.
It's such a shit
They need to just go, can we just make this a bit more exciting?
Yeah.
Like, if someone accidentally hits someone in the head, just handshake, see you later.
Yeah.
You know, let's not ruin the game.
I love how on last week's podcast, I can't remember if it was this sports one or the Friday one, how I said that rugby union, like the Wallabies, is just white collar crowds' excuse to get blue collar drunk.
Yeah.
And then a man proceeded to climb on the roof and piss off it at the game.
Yeah.
Is that not the most?
Go Australia.
Yeah, fucking
That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
And as I said to you last night, it's not his fault.
Yeah, he got up there.
He got up there. I think it's on the Sydney Cricket Ground and whoever actually built it.
Yeah.
Like
surely that ladder's got to be locked away or something.
Yeah, exactly. Surely. There's no way that man should be able to get up there. And if he's up there, credit to him.
Yep. Good on you, mate. You've done well. Probably don't piss on people though, but
I'm pretty sure he pissed in the gutter. I thought he pissed on people and I was like, that's fucked. But once I heard that he just pissed in the gutter, I was like,
that's
bad. Pretty funny.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Cool good story.
Yeah.
You know what else I wanted to bring up quickly is I heard he got a lifetime ban. How do they enforce that?
I've always wondered this because there's no facial recognition.
No, and you don't have to show ID.
You don't have to show ID when you get tickets. It's sort
exactly.
of
you do when you get beer, but they're not like. You can't tell me every security guard who's looking at IDs knows off the top of his head who's banned from the Sydney Cricket Ground for life.
It's like I wonder if they take photos of every single person that's got a life ban. And then before you go in, it's like...
You have to memorise these people.
Yeah, it's like the hunted sort of shit.
Yeah.
These are the people we're looking for.
I wonder how many people will be banned from like...
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, what's the punishment if you go back?
Yeah, well, the reason why I think that's not a thing is the streakers.
Yeah.
You know how there's those streakers that just keep pitch invading and shit?
Yeah.
They get back.
Yeah, they'll be back. Yeah.
You know, like they're doing it week in, week out, some of them.
Yeah.
That English dude.
Yeah, Java.
He doesn't quit.
Whatever his name is, no.
Yeah. It's fucked. Anyway, also shout out to New Zealand. You guys stink. Welcome to how we feel. I had some guy, we went live on TikTok last night and some bloke asked us and was like, who do you think takes over as New Zealand coach? I was like, holy fuck, you guys lose one series. I can't remember the last time we won a Bledisloe series and we usually stick with our coaches.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this guy's pretty shit and you probably should have the Crusaders coach, but fuck me, maybe just stick with him.
Maybe just try losing for a little while.
Yeah, or like just accept the fact that everyone else is catching up finally.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Rugby League.
First game.
Cowboys Sharks. I think I tipped the Sharks and I was very bullish on. I tipped the Cowboys and I was very bullish on them because stupidly, and I'm not making excuses because this is a stupid oversight, but I just forgot that Origin players wouldn't be playing in this game.
Yeah, I thought a few of the Origin boys would be back for the Cowboys.
Didn't expect Tom didn't have the game of his life and probably drink himself into obliteration on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
But I should have probably seen that coming.
Yeah, maybe.
That's on me.
That's all right though. That's all right.
Is it funny as well how like some players back up and some don't, and like part of the reason is that they just got blind after the game and that's play on. You know what I mean? Like, I reckon if Tom didn't get
so did Paddy Carrigan back up?
No.
Yeah, okay, because he texted Reno
at 3 a.m.
At 3 a.m.
Yeah, on
saying
Thursday.
let's go again Saturday.
Yeah.
There's no way you're going again, mate.
No, not at 3
Take a rest, bro.
Take a breather.
But agree. But dude, my thing from this is the Sharkies beat the Cowboys. Yeah. Cowboys are coming second or third?
Yep.
We're not
third.
Hoo-haring about it.
No.
Melbourne last week lost to the Sharkies.
Yep.
And everyone was up in arms. We were missing Origin players.
Yeah. Maybe though we're not up in arms about it because the Sharks beat the Storm, which proved that they were like legitimate.
Yeah.
So coming to this game, it was like, well, they beat the Storm last week.
So maybe if they beat the Cowboys, it's not. Yeah, maybe like it's not a weird thing. Okay, yep, right, I'm good with that.
I don't know, but you know what I mean. That does make sense.
Shout out to my mate Trafford. One of his boys made his debut for the Cowboys. Chester.
Huge.
On the weekend, obviously it was a loss, but good on you, mate. It's always good seeing young throwers.
I prefer to debut in the NRL and lose than not play footy ever in my life.
Fucking
like me.
oath, dude. That's what we like.
Eels Warriors 28-18.
Very close game between what's meant to be a premiership contender and a spoon contender.
And I'm pretty sure the line was like 15 points, and that was part of my multi. So I can't really remember, but
right.
The Eels though fucking scare me. Like I don't know. Sometimes they look like they're going to finish in the top 4. Sometimes they look like they're going to miss it at 8.
Yep.
I guess we'll wait and see.
Yep. Roosters 54-26 over the Dragons.
Roosters are back.
Dude,
I think I tipped Dragons. I had a shocker.
How is the thing about Anthony Griffin getting sacked still a thing?
What? I didn't know that.
Have you seen that?
No.
They're all talking about how there was there's going to be a meeting down at St. George about getting rid of Griffin possibly. It was happening Tuesday. And they're like, we stick by our decision just so. I'm like, the dude's actually had them in the top 8 for most of the year.
Yeah.
Like, why is this
They're playing pretty well, yeah.
Apparently there was, Aaron Woods came out to defend him. I saw, because he was like, there's reports in the media that players are like a bit pissed off because Anthony Griffin is favouring Queensland players over the New South Wales players. Like, are you fucking serious? That is so stupid.
You can understand why though, if he is.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we get footy. But also the big talking point from that game was Joey Manu with his cramp.
Yeah.
And people saying, like, is that play on or play off?
Where he like faked it?
Yeah, bro. Similar thing. Actually, like a legit thing happened like that in Jeeps a few weeks ago against UQ.
Yeah.
Our winger did his hammy while running and he sort of like pulled up.
I did see that.
Yeah, and then he put a little kick through, scored. Whatever. Like, it is what it is. But, fuck, you got to take your opportunities sometimes. Like, he had a legit cramp and came off. He just went, fuck it, I'll give one last effort, even though we're up by 30 points, which is pretty funny. Just on Joey Manu as well, I think the Roosters have been playing so much better since he went to 6.
Yep.
He's actually getting the ball now.
Yep.
I saw something fucked the other day saying when Kiri comes back, does Tedesco move to the wing and Manu to fullback because Manu's more effective? I was like, holy
Surely
fuck.
not.
That'd be absolutely mental if that happens.
Tedesco's not playing on the wing. Come on.
No, it's never going to happen.
No.
But they were like, you can't put Manu back at centre.
Because their other half, Sam Walker, when you fuck him off?
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Probably lose confidence in the young fella.
Yeah.
But Joey Manu's a freak.
Fucking oath.
And then Joseph Solali is also becoming a freak.
Yep.
He's 18.
Scary.
Still.
Scary. Roosters are going to be good next year. Get the cheese.
Yeah, they will be. Oh, So Anthony pulls his finger out of his ass and fucking plays footy. Anyway, Seagulls against the Knights. Expected humping.
But yeah, expected.
Good on them, whatever.
Yeah.
Moving on. Titans Broncos. Very close game. But this guy, I think a lot of people were like, fuck, such a close game. But if you go back and have a look at the history of Titans Broncos, always close games. Yeah. It's a rivalry.
That's what I mean about the Titans. They've got a game in them where they just turn up and play well. Broncos had a few people out with injuries / origin as well. Another good win.
Yeah.
Gutsy win. We needed it. The halves combination of Reynolds and Mam is exciting.
Yeah, it's good.
It's looking good.
Ezra's good. He's a good young fellow coming through.
Rate him.
Very young as well.
Yeah.
Tigers, Panthers.
One of the worst I've ever watched.
Yeah. Now, I think the talking point from this game is Kamali saying there's disrespect. I don't think it, as Cleary said, it wouldn't have mattered who we played. Probably would have rested everyone. They're 8 points clear on top of the table.
Also, you lost, bro.
Yeah, you still
can't
lost.
Come out and say that's disrespectful to not play your A team and then lose.
And then lose to New South Wales Cup side.
Literally.
Like
that's disrespectful, not fielding your best teams.
That's just shit coaching, bro.
We beat you.
Up. Exactly. It's like...
How is that disrespectful?
Yeah. We went out there and beat you.
Yeah, what did you want us to beat you by 50 instead of 2?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Like,
it's stupid.
fucking hell.
But like,
different story if they won. I understand that.
I think it would have been stupid if the Panthers played their players.
Yeah.
Considering that.
Why would you need to?
Like you're 6 or 8 points.
Yeah. Ryan Pappenhausen got injured on the weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know,
perfect example. That's one of their spine. Exactly.
You could have been
for
better.
The season. Yeah.
Storm going down to the Raiders. Moving on. That was fuck. Unlucky for Puppy, man.
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
We now have, I think in our team, it's like from the start of the year, our backline is now Justin Olam, Hughes and Munster are there from the start of the year. Everyone else is different, moving around. Nick Meaney's not a fullback. He needs to be on the wing.
Like he got a squad of 30 though, hey?
Well, yeah, I know. Ridiculous. Bro, it's like we've got a squad of 30, but like in the certain positions we need those 30 players, we don't have anyone. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy how different it is to when the Broncos had 12 out of their 17 out. Yeah, mental.
Yeah, it's ridiculous because they were exactly covered where they needed to be.
Exactly right.
Unfortunately, we're not.
Need more players in the squad.
Yeah, we do. Fuck, something that's actually made me a bit sad is where Melbourne have been linked to Nathan Brown from the Eels.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate that dude. I think he's such a grub and he's a bit of a pussy. Anyway, moving on. Respectfully, by the way.
Yeah, everything we do is respectful.
Was one, like, he used to be an enforcer, man, and then there was one day someone stood up to him and he just hasn't been the same player since. So, step back up. Bulldogs going down 28-36 to the Rabbitohs. Latrell Mitchell's just on fucking fire.
Yeah, he could be what the Rabbits need to play finals footy, I reckon.
Fucking nice.
He's fired up. He's playing good footy.
He's just playing good footy, and I like Latrell, man. I like what he's about.
Same.
People say he's a grub,
passionate.
but he's just aggressive, man.
Yeah.
And he's young. Like, he's going to learn to control his aggression.
And there's grubs that play for Queensland, but we love them because they play for Queensland. If Latrell Mitchell played for Queensland, he'd be my favourite player.
Yeah, he'd be Queensland's favourite son.
But I hate him because he plays for New South Wales.
Yeah, we had Justin Hodges.
Yeah.
He was a fucking grub.
Yeah.
Ever heard of this bloke, Cameron Smith?
Grub.
Dirtiest cunt on the field.
Yeah, we love him though.
We love him. Things we also love.
Thursday night footy.
Thursday night footy. And the Broncos coming in at $2.35 underdogs against the Eels down in Combank.
Like, it doesn't make sense to me, but it sort of does because the Eels might just... I hate the Eels. I've been saying all year. They're pretenders. Sometimes they just turn up and I've got a sickening feeling that Thursday is going to be one of those games.
I feel like the Broncos have been fucked by the Eels so many times over the last few years as well.
Can you talk me through, though? Broncos 5th, Eels 6th. I understand it's in Parramatta. Eels only just beating... Who do they beat on the weekend?
Warriors.
Yeah, well, like 10 points. Do you think
it's because, like...
We get players back. Paddy Carrigan's back.
Yeah.
Like, Payne Haas is back. Kurt Capewell's back. Like...
Dude, I've been thinking about this. Do you think it's because of like the recent history between these two in those games? Like,
yeah, maybe.
The Eels have put 50 points on you like every single time.
It's sort of
since
like
Anthony Milford.
It's sort of like the Origin thing, right? Like Queensland just win deciders at Suncorp.
Yeah,
we've won like 19 out of 21 deciders at Suncorp.
Yeah,
like that's just the thing.
Yeah,
you can't explain it.
And you still had us paying $3 to win.
Yeah.
That.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm worried.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm on the Broncos.
I think $2.35 for the Broncos is ludicrous.
Overs.
Yeah, for sure.
Big time.
Dragons, Seagulls. Again, $2.35 for the Dragons. I'm fucking taking them.
I'm going the Seagulls there. Dragons are just playing some pretty shit inconsistent footy at the moment. But Ben Hunt coming back off Origin heroics could be something else.
Yep, with his little pig trotters.
Yeah.
Knights, Roosters. Roosters pump the Knights.
Yeah, I think the Roosters pump the Knights.
The Roosters might be back in a big way.
I'm telling you, if they move Joey Manu from 6-man, they're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Basically a spoon bowl here. Raiders versus Warriors.
Don't care.
Don't really care.
I'm going to go the Warriors. There you go. Just because I want to see them win.
Done, yeah.
This will be a good game.
This will be a good game, and I think Sharks are massive overs at $4. However, I think Penrith come out and play a fucking good game, but I believe the line for this one is 12.5.
Yep. That's what I was about to check.
Yeah, so I'm going to be... I'll get to it, but I think the 12.5 line, basically they're saying Panthers going to win 13+. Sharkies are awesome. They're playing awesome. Really well. And
they're always there.
I just can't believe how this has been happening all season now. Anytime the Panthers play a top 4 team, that other team's paying like $4.
Yeah. Crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Rabbitohs Storm.
Rabbitohs Storm.
Another good game.
Fuck, man. I think... I reckon Latrell's going to have a big game here.
Me too.
So we've got... I'm going to go Melbourne for sure.
Yeah.
Like... You know what I found so funny as well is how everyone, like, unprecedented or unseen times down in Melbourne. 3 straight losses in a row for the first time since 2015. Yeah. Like, oh my God, wow.
Yeah, get the doctor. Melbourne 4th position. Holy shit. Home final. Oh my God. Please no.
Help.
Literally teams would kill for that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, no, I think the boys get it done.
Yeah, I think they bounce back.
I think we bounce back this week.
Doggies, Titans.
Doggies, Titans. I'm going to go Doggies there.
Yep. Combank Stadium. And the last game to round at the weekend, Cowboys, Tigers. Cowboys win by a million.
Yeah, it's going to be a cricket score.
Going to be a cricket score.
Fucking oath. Now,
have you got a mould for us, Josh?
I do have a mould. I've actually got it pre-prepared this time, so let's hope it's stuck with me.
I've got one.
Oh, no, it's gone.
Mine is a 3-legger. Brisbane Broncos head-to-head, $2.35. St. George head-to-head, $2.35. Clutzy's nearly talked me out of it there. But I don't know. I just think something about it.
You got to go with your
at home, there. Yeah. Broncos head-to-head, St. George head-to-head, Cowboys 13+. That will get you $8.11.
Fuck, that's not bad at all.
Right now, which is where I'd be putting my money for the weekend.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Glad we spent time doing this beforehand.
Yeah, I know. This is ridiculous. I've already got it back, though.
Beauty.
You know what? I'm going to chuck an extra leg in. All right. So I've got Broncos to win, Roosters 13+, Latrell to score a try, North Queensland 13+, and Bulldogs to win. It's going to give you 25-40. I think the only risky leg there is Brisbane.
Yep.
Just because they're down in Para and Para are weird. So if you take that out, you're still getting $11 there. $11.29. You know, like Roosters and Cowboys, who are both really fucking putting it on at the moment, are versing the 2 worst teams in the league in Newcastle and the Tigers. And then Latrell, I feel like Latrell's going to have a big game against Melbourne. I'm fucking worried, man.
He gets up and about for that
the
sort of shit.
Backs at the moment. And then the Doggies just get it done over the Gold Coast because they've got their Origin boys back, which is Matt Burton. But that's what I'm thinking there. Now, one thing I forgot to bring up from the Origin is I still think it's crazy that Addo Carr wasn't picked for New South Wales.
100%.
Now,
or Jack White.
They said that they got Daniel Tupou in because of his prowess under the high ball and catching kicks.
Yeah.
Did Queensland's turnaround not start because before half time he absolutely fucked up catching a kick?
Yeah.
Like, that is fucking hilarious.
You know what was sick? How they kept kicking for Nanai.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, awesome, hey?
Yeah.
He's a freak, bro.
He is a freak.
He's a freak. But I just thought, that was just one of my thoughts that I had during the game that I wrote down was, how funny is it that you guys picked this dude to catch kicks off the
And it was your undoing.
And that was your undoing, was that guy, when you could have had a game breaker in Addo Carr.
Yeah, bit of X Factor.
Bit of X Factor.
Bit of Benny Hunt X Factor.
Yep. Now, before we wrap up, just in the sporting world, it's good to see Steve Smith get 100 the other day. That was lovely. But I found something really weird today in cricket. Ben Stokes retired from one-day cricket.
Oh, did he actually? I thought that.
Yeah, bro.
That makes sense as to what you just showed me.
He retired from one-day cricket, but he's still captain of the Test team and still playing 2020s.
That's so weird.
It's like,
why?
Why retire? I forgot what the reasoning was. I think it was like, my body can't take it anymore. I was like, sweet. So your body can't take 50 overs in the field, but it can take 90.
Yeah.
In one day.
Yeah.
And then over 5 days. You go like 200 odd overs in
every
the field.
Day.
Maybe 300 cricket balls faced.
Yeah.
That's not
basically, you're saying you don't care about ODIs.
Yeah. I was like,
which is fair enough.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
But focusing on 2020s as well.
Yeah, weird. That's where the money is, I reckon. That's why.
I think there's a World Cup almost every year for that shit as well. But I just thought that was weird. Ben, we wish you well, but jog on.
Another one of those guys. If he was an Australian, I'd love him. If he was an Australian, I'd love him, and he's a great cricketer, but because he's a pomp, sorry, man, I hate you.
Yeah, I agree. And shout out to Cam Smith as well. Aussie's just getting it done in England.
The golfer, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking smashing
Love that bloke.
Dude, mullet.
Love how his Instagram handle is Cam Smith Golf.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Cam Smith Footy.
MRL.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking hilarious. But, yeah, I didn't realise it was the British one as well.
Yeah.
I was like, just Aussies absolutely tearing up in England. Imagine if Kyrgios won the tennis, it'd be like Australia literally invaded England.
Yeah. Invading
it's like
back,
a role
baby.
reversal.
Yeah. Payback's bitch.
Get that on any adult material website that you want, baby.
Okay, let's get out of here.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
See you Friday.
Peace,
Bye.
Bye.